Welcome back to Cradle to Chaos. It's me, Kelsey.
And me, Brittany.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm recovering from a lot of the things we talked about, I think a couple episodes ago, where my freezer was broken and the radon was everywhere and there was so much going on. Yesterday we had a technician come out for our freezer. Good news, bad news. There's like a clog in one of the lines, so it wasn't like the whole shebang. And we have an LG freezer, and apparently there is a class action lawsuit out against LG, which means that for the next, it's a 5-year thing, but since we've had it for 3 years, so for the next 2 years, everything's free. All the repairs, service calls, parts, labor.
Oh, nice.
The whole thing.
So what's going to happen? Are they just fixing the line or giving
They
you
fixed it already.
entire...
They fixed it. They came out same day, fixed it, left. Yeah.
Yay.
So-
That's exciting. I can't believe you've been living without like a real freezer or like
so
a
that's
working...
the weird thing, since it was just a clog. It's not like it wasn't.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. It's weird because things that were already frozen weren't like defrosting, but it wouldn't freeze something like newly that we put in there. Because I think it was like just cold enough. I don't know.
Intensity or something.
I don't know how it all works, but
Yeah, science. We're not scientists, by the way. Contrary to popular belief.
And then today, the radon people,
Mr. Radon.
they came out and did a mitigation system.
I thought it smelled different. No, I'm just
Shut up.
I thought my lungs were clear today.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. That's
You're
great.
like, wow, I can breathe.
I told you it looked brighter in here. I really did say that.
It did look a little foggy the last few times I was here. No, it's interesting though. So they had to go up into our attic and put in a fan, and wherever they put it, it must be really close to Chloe's room because you can hear it in her closet. Which is weird. I thought I was losing my mind. I was in there, I was putting her to bed and changing her diaper. I was like, what is that sound? And I'm looking everywhere, and I like looked in her closet and I heard it, and her closet kind of butts up to our laundry room. We have a laundry room on the second floor. And I was like, is somebody running a load of laundry? And no, I had to ask Adam what it was. So that's what it is.
Wait, were they actively up there or they left the fan up there?
No, it's like a permanent thing. So that's part of the system. So there's a fan in the attic, and then I didn't really ask many questions, but from what I understand, they have to reroute a pipe from our basement so it like directs outside. I don't know. But they put another test down there.
Oh, okay.
To like make sure that the levels go down.
Oh, gosh.
It's a whole thing.
Hey, but one thing off your checklist. Two things.
Yeah.
Look at
just
you
checking things.
adulting.
Although the radon system was the opposite of free. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, life.
You got to do that.
You got it.
Well, do you want to start with your tantrums or your treats?
I'll start with a treat.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is like, it's almost like a milestone more so. It's a milestone that's been leading to a lot of treats.
Okay.
Millie's just been so independent lately. So like we had their dance recital on Saturday and I was fully expecting her to scream and throw a hissy fit and not even go on stage. I put that girl on stage. She ran to the teacher and danced her little heart. I don't know if you could call
She
it
was
dancing.
actually the star of the show.
Like, really,
Like
though.
if there was a
MVP.
yeah,
Yeah.
it went to
MVP,
Millie.
most
If
valuable
there
dancer.
was a lowest participation trophy, that would have gone to my daughter.
It would have been tied between a lot of people.
She
I
literally
think.
stood there and chewed on her fingers.
Yeah. Sometimes some people thrive in the spotlight and some people get a
They
little
just
camera
can't.
shy.
She just couldn't handle the pressure.
I guess not. But Millie did some moves I've never seen before.
She was so cute.
She was really crushing it. So
If you
like,
don't already follow Brittany, you can see the video on
Yes.
Instagram. Did you post on Instagram?
Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
I should put it in the Cradle to Chaos.
So
group.
freaking cute.
But yeah, so like that was an example where she just like completely shocked me with her independence. Yesterday, I dropped her off at daycare and like it was two teachers in the room that she didn't really know very well. And so usually she gets really like attached to a certain teacher, and she has to be with that teacher at drop off, or else like she just loses it and cries. And
Lainey's the same way.
Yeah, she gets very attached, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna go horribly. So I sat. They were all doing story time, so I like sat with her for a second, and you know, she like eventually she looked at me. She like motioned me to get up and pointed to the door, and I said, "Do you want me to leave?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
that's so sad.
And so I walked to the door, and she ran back over to me, and I figured she'd be like wanting to like leave with me, or like I don't know, just like upset about something. And no, she gave me a high five, and then went back to her friends.
That's actually
I was
so
like,
rude, though.
And then like literally just turned her back to me. I was just standing there like literally jaw dropped, like what just happened?
Your heart just like left your chest.
Yeah,
I know.
And it's like such a bittersweet thing, because obviously I'm so happy that she's like becoming independent, like not, you know, just not being upset if I'm like not available. But I don't know, it was also a little bit sad.
I always think of those moments like, was that the last time that she was gonna
You
be
can't
sad?
think like
it's just
that.
every once in a while I get that. Like when we tried to make it a really big deal when like I recorded us putting Lainey down in her crib for the last time before we converted it to a toddler bed. Because like we're like, this is the last time you're literally ever gonna be put down to bed in a crib. It's just so sad.
Gosh, I can't think like that, or else I'll just be an emo mess for like days on end.
So forget everything I just said.
Yeah, hey, if it works for you, it works for you. That would not work for me.
Aww.
And then even coming over here tonight, I was like, okay, mommy's gonna go bye-bye for a little bit. I can't tell her where I'm going because she'll want to come and play with Lainey.
Well, obviously I have the coolest house
Baby
ever.
Chloe. Yeah, like after the birthday party, I don't think she wants to come over here. So I was like, I'm gonna go bye-bye for a little bit. See you later. And she goes, bye, Mom.
Oh, I hate
Okay.
the transition from mommy to mom.
Okay,
Every time
no one warns you about that.
No, every time Lainey calls me mom, I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, that's not my name.
What did you say? And then she'll say Kelsey. I'm like, okay, that's not what I meant.
She knows your name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. No,
Yes.
Millie does not know.
Oh, yeah. Lainey
my
actually
name.
calls Adam more often than he calls him dad.
No.
It's the funniest thing ever. Adam! And I can't, and she just is mimicking me half the time. But
That's what, yeah.
it's so funny.
Millie
she'll,
does that.
She'll call for him from the other room and be like, Adam. I said, you have to stop answering her if you don't want her to refer to you as that. That's
Matt,
funny.
well, because I'll say, like, Matt, like, if I need something from the nursery, and he'll be, I still call it a nursery, too. We still call her room a nursery. And she'll be like, Matt. Matt. And so the poor guy just gets Matt.
That's so funny.
What about you?
My treat is also pretty general, but it's for Chloe this time. I'm kind of comparing her to a dog here, so bear with me. You know how like you bogey and I have my pack.
Your 3 dogs.
When you leave the house and then you come home and like he is just so elated to see you. It's like he hasn't seen you in a year.
Yeah.
Chloe's like that like anytime we're out of sight. Like she is just like over the moon. Like I could go around the corner and come back and she like her whole body shakes and she like laughs and giggles and it's just so sweet.
It makes you feel so good.
Yeah. Oh my God. I have to remember this before you actually hate me.
No. Oh my gosh. Stop thinking
I mean,
like that.
we are gonna both of us, all both of us,
all 2 of us
are going to have teenage girls.
Okay. Kelsey, she just turned 3. Can we
No, I'm just saying that
but, like,
eventually they're
that's,
not
like,
gonna love us.
10 plus years.
Lainey just turned 3. She's basically
Teenager.
full grown.
Yeah. Basically, she is.
All right, what do you got for do you have 1 tantrum, 2, handful?
No.
None?
It took everything in me to think of a tantrum.
Okay.
I think it's because, like, the tantrums.
Have you thrown any tantrums?
Yeah, of course. Duh. I think it's because the tantrums she's been throwing are just, like, everyday tantrums.
Yeah.
Like, bedtime is always a tantrum. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like, immune to them at this point.
Yeah.
The only new kind of tantrum happened actually tonight. She had a lollipop and she dropped it and it broke. And
Oh, that's tough.
that was rough.
Oh,
that was real.
There is no
real
fixing
rough.
that.
And then she wanted to eat dinner. I'm pretty sure she still hasn't eaten dinner. So
So
you know how one
sorry.
thing
My heart
sets-
goes out to you, girl.
I know. I mean, she got a new one.
Well,
so I really
it's not the
feel
same.
that bad.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. And she wanted that one. So she dropped her lollipop. And you know how, like, one thing, like, it, like, snowballs? It's like when, you know, like, they get set off.
Yes.
Everything's wrong.
Oh, like the day that I was driving home from church and Lainey never recovered.
Yeah.
Like the entire day was just a shit show.
It's just like a snowball. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
That's your tantrum.
Okay, so I have a tantrum for Lainey and then a very interesting story for Lainey that actually happened tonight that was really scary.
Oh, gosh. You're laughing.
Okay,
So.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the tantrum.
I'm going to be over here sipping my milkshake. This is my treat.
Okay, I think it was last episode that my treat for Lainey was that she's just been having such great days recently.
Did you jinx it?
And I think I said it out loud and Lainey said, just wait.
Hold my beer.
Yes, exactly.
Hold my sippy cup, Mom.
She has just started to, and I know 3-year-olds are notoriously impatient. However, it has been like, I don't even know how to explain it. It'll be like, she'll say a sentence like, can you scoot me in? She gets in her chair by herself, but then she can't scoot herself in.
Yeah.
So like, Mommy, can you scoot me in? And I will have not even had time to turn around. Mommy, scoot me in! I'm like, so I'm turning into my mom, I think. I start to turn around. I don't say anything except, excuse me, can you try that again? And we make her, anytime she says something like inappropriately or like with an attitude, it's, you need to try to say that a different way.
Yeah.
And she'll like stop and soften. She goes, can you scoop me in, please?
She's
like it
playing
never
you.
happened. Yeah. So it's just been, if she doesn't get like immediate validation, it's been like not a tantrum. And she does it on purpose, but she never gets what she wants when she does that. So I'm hoping this is like,
Phase.
it ends
She's
very quickly
testing you.
because it's driving me insane. Because
Yeah.
it's literally like at the top of her lungs, she just
Yeah.
repeats whatever she just said
She's
that
just
she didn't get.
learning. She's trying to test her boundaries. Test your boundaries.
Good
I
luck.
guess.
Good luck.
Good
You have the
luck.
world's most stubborn mother. I hate to tell you. Okay, so we were sitting here eating dinner, and Lainey just started looking across the kitchen and pointing and saying, "What's that?" And I was looking around and was like, "What?" Like pointing out things like the cabinet, the microwave, the stove, like what? And she said,
Oh, God.
she said, someone's looking at me.
No, she
Like multiple times. And I'm like trying to keep my cool. I'm like,
Wait, was Adam here?
he was in the bathroom.
Oh.
And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's nobody looking at you. There's nobody there. And she said, I don't like the way they're looking at me. And I was like, literally like, and you know how they always talk about how like kids animals,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Supernatural.
So like Adam came out here and I was like, tell Daddy what you said. And she's like looking like frightened. And he was like, what are you talking about? And she keeps pointing
Like where?
like over there. Like in my kitchen, I have an island and then a stove, and our microwave is like underneath our cabinets. And
Oh my gosh.
I'm like freaked out. He's like, whatever. He's like, come here, like show me what you're pointing at. And she walks him over to the microwave, and she was like, I don't like the way they're looking at me. And it dawns on me where her seat is. She can perfectly see the reflection of our wedding photo, and she can see like people. And I was like, oh my God. And we were trying to explain to her, it's just a reflection. It's just a reflection. It's just like a mirror. And then the rest of dinner, she said, I know like the reflection. But for a minute, I was like, do I need to call a priest? Like, what is going on?
We just got
here?
mitigation. What else do we need? Oh my
So,
God, that's terrifying.
Yeah. I was like,
Also
thank God I wasn't here by
hilarious.
myself.
Yeah, wait, now, like, I see what she was
Yeah.
saying.
If you sit in her seat.
She must have been looking pretty hard.
I don't know. You know, and I feel like she's at a point where like she's starting to decide if things are scary to her now. Like that's a new feeling for her, which has been interesting, like explaining what things are so it doesn't cause her like anxiety. But Yeah, that's been an interesting thing. But that was just, it was
my
so, like,
gosh.
once we figured out what it was, I was like, oh my God, thank
Because you hear
God.
stories all the time of,
Yeah.
like, little kids, like, playing with
Yeah.
ghosts or whatever.
So
Wow.
funny. Isn't it?
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Weird. I've had weird things happen in my life where, like, I'm like, it makes you question, like, what the heck?
Oh,
Interesting. I don't know.
sounds like it should be an episode.
Maybe.
Just Kelsey talking about weird things that have happened to her.
Oh my God, that could go on for days. All right. Well, today we are talking about things I never said I'd do as a parent. So I was telling you, I kind of broke mine up into things that I said I'd never do that I have caved on, and things I said I'd never do that I actually have stayed strong on.
Okay.
So
I just did things that I said I would never do but have done, but I do have a few. Maybe there's a few
Yeah.
that I said I wouldn't do and I still
Yeah.
haven't, but we'll see.
I mean,
I think I've broken most of
let
them.
me be clear, that list is very short. And I actually, one of mine I know for sure is yours. Well, with the exception of one instance that I do know about, but we'll get into it. So the first thing that I wrote down, I remember thinking that when I have kids, I would never, ever let them eat in my car. Like,
Oh, same.
like my car is going to stay clean. Their car seats are going to be pristine.
Haha.
And
That
now
probably
it's
ended on, like,
literally haha to the
two.
point that anytime Lainey gets into the car, the first thing out of her mouth is kind of a snack.
You're like, yes, so for that rule that I had to myself.
It's like Pavlov's dog. She's just like so used to getting a treat when she's in the
Needs
car.
something. Okay, that's really interesting.
But I am trying to be better and be mindful about at least how long it is before a meal, whether or not I decide to give them something in the car, because it's usually after I pick them up from daycare.
Yeah.
And there are days that I'm able to pick them up early, but like yesterday I really shot myself in the foot because it was like 5:30 when I picked her up, and she was like not like hungry, as she should be.
Yeah.
And I was like, fine, whatever. And I gave her like a pretty heavy snack. I gave her like this big bag of animal crackers, and she like destroyed it, and then she refused to eat.
Yeah.
So
That
today,
happens to us a lot.
when I picked her up, I gave her this little bag of veggie straws, which are like so light.
Yeah.
And then she ate really well. So, I mean, she's also 3, so I don't know if it just depends on the day, but
Yeah.
like the absolute mess that
Yeah.
is a car seat now. Have you ever seen those reels or TikToks where they like shake out the car seat and it shows like everything falling
my
out of
gosh.
it? It's always dramatized, but it's so funny. It'll be like goldfish everywhere and like
That's
literally
real.
just so many things.
That's so funny.
I mean,
think-
that wouldn't happen in Matt's, obviously.
Oh, no. She would never eat anything. She'll be like 18 before she ever. No, she probably
So funny.
never will be allowed to eat.
Does he eat
anything.
in his car?
No. No.
He's so much stronger than
I
me.
can count on 2 hands how many times I've ridden in Matt's car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and he's had it for about 4 years.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. We take my car. So on the same like realm of food, I never thought that I would be, and this is the thing I'm worst at. I never said like, oh, I'm never going to give her candy, but like I never thought I would give her this much candy.
Yeah.
I give her too much candy.
Oh,
and
for
I'm
sure.
working on it.
I'm not
so
saying that like that you for
you
sure.
can.
I know I have the
I'm
same thing on here.
admitting it. It's just like, I think it started with potty training.
Same.
Yeah.
Because we started potty training so early too.
Yeah.
I
We
literally
gave her
wrote down-
lollipops, and now all she wants is lollipops. And so I literally have to like tell myself like we're cutting back.
But you know what? At least with a sucker, it takes them so long to eat it,
And
and
half
it's
the
not like
time-
she's
She forgets about it.
not like chowing down on a bag of Reese cups or something.
No,
Yeah.
no. We don't give her like chocolate. It's suckers. It's literally
Mm-hmm.
lollipops. That's it.
I literally wrote down, let them eat sugary snacks. LOL,
Yeah.
LOL, LOL, LOL.
Yeah. Or like, and not even sugary snacks. Like I don't feel like we give her like to your point, we don't give her like a bag of Reese's or anything. It's
Yeah.
it's literally lollipops, but then also a lot of like junk food. So like I'll get those little bags of like animal cookies. I guess that's not junk food, but like it comes with like Chips Ahoy cookies.
Yeah.
And like it comes with like the circus
I mean, there's
ones.
definitely healthier options, but theirs are easy.
Yeah. And she loves them, and I know she'll eat them.
I was a lot better with Lainey than I already know that I'm going to be with Chloe.
Second kid syndrome.
Yeah. Well, Lainey never had anything, like no sugar until her first birthday. Like her smash cake was her first opportunity to like go nuts, and then she didn't even care about it. And then from there it went downhill.
Millie might be the same way. I give her ice cream.
Yeah, I have recently tried really hard to keep healthier-ish snacks in the house, and something that Lainey really, really loves now are raisins. Loves raisins, and I know you're like scared of fruit snacks, but another option is they also have yogurt covered raisins.
Is that better?
I mean, it's like a harder shell, so it might make you feel a little bit better.
I walked by the raisins in the store yesterday, and I was like, I kind of feel like she would like these.
Yeah, I'm sure she would.
I'm doing a food test for myself. I let her try grapes,
but raisins are like they're much smaller, and
that's why it's.
But I'm saying they're much smaller, and I think they're a little harder than an actual fruit. They're not as chewy as fruit snacks. Like fruit snacks are like pliable, like gummy, and I don't think raisins are really like that.
My therapist actually told me that fruit snacks are made to dissolve in mouths.
Interesting.
Like new age fruit snacks. I'm like, that seems
like
different.
Mott's, because that's what we buy.
The only ones I bought were the bluey ones. That's the only one I bought in her life.
Huh. Who knew?
Not me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying about the raisins.
Kind of on the same course with food and things, something that I said that we would always do is that we would all eat the same home cooked meal at the same time at the table every night.
I have that on my list too.
So we do still eat at the table together, or we at least sit together, but everybody's eating something different. Like most of that is because we do meal plans. So Adam and I do a meal plan. We just like pick a meal from the plan, and then the girls have theirs that like we just pick something for them. So that's why. But for a while there, we were doing HelloFresh, where you actually like have to cook the meal, and it's just like it's way too time consuming. Like the food was good. It's just like there's not enough time in the day to actually cook a meal.
Your attention can't really it's hard for you to pay, not you, but like everyone to like pay attention to something for so long when you kind of feel like you have to like multitask.
Totally.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt and I are pretty good about eating the same thing. We'll make a meal for the two of us, and same thing. We'll all three sit together. But I'll make her like a peanut butter and jelly, or mac and cheese, or rice, or chicken nuggets, like
whatever she wants to eat.
I'll always offer her what we have, but like 9 out of 10 times she's gonna say no. Although you know what she really liked last week?
What?
Pork chops.
Interesting.
I was like, that came out of left field.
Lainey really loves a meatball. She's obsessed with all meatballs.
Me too.
Like a lot of her meals come with meatballs, and she loves them.
You should go to Target. They have those mini turkey meatballs in the kids section, like the kid frozen area.
Yeah.
They're good.
Okay.
Because I've had to eat them because Millie won't. So
you've had to. Oh darn.
Listen, if they're made. Same thing about food. I never ever. I always judged the parents that would open up food while they were grocery shopping and give it to their kid, and that is me 100%.
That's so funny. I've never done that, but I never take the girls anywhere.
That's true.
Like we don't go into the stores. We do like curbside pickup, and like every once in a while we go to Target, but
yeah, we do Target. She's opened a thing of cookies in Target before. We've opened like a pouch or two in Myers. Like, yeah,
that's so funny.
I'm paying for it.
Hopefully.
I'm still gonna.
You know what? That makes me think. I used to work at a grocery store when I was a teenager, and there was a mom coming through with her kids who did that, except she did it with a banana, and I was like, hey, this is like a weighted food. So she was like so embarrassed she had to go back and get another banana, but I was like, I was like, it's fine, like I just put like something like similar to like, the weight. I mean, they're like 11 cents, like it's
I've definitely done an orange before, or like a little
orange
cutie.
Is by quantity. Those are by
and it was the bag of cuties.
Yeah, that's
so I
just
think that's like
one
a
price.
Standard. Yeah,
that's like they're like $2.99. Why do I know that?
Okay. Because I remember like there was like a peel, and the woman was like, "Oh, did she eat an orange?" And I was like, "Sure did."
So funny. something that I was thinking about, kind of going along with not eating in the car, was having a bunch of toys in the car. I was not going to do that. I was so naive to think that my kids would just learn to be good in the car without toys or distractions.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just thought they'd look out the window and sing
Yeah,
songs
and just
with you.
like have a time. Yeah.
Millie had the iPad in the car from the age of like 4 months.
That's amazing.
Follow me for more parenting advice.
I will say that I did go a bit over the top. Like, I mean, it was like another playroom in my car, and it was like, this is ridiculous. So I got this little toy bucket in the car. It's like a little tiny little square thing, and then every once in a while I'll rotate the toys out, so it's like something new.
Yeah.
But
that's great. The Montessori little book. That's what we had in the car. Or
we had that, and then
pad.
she like doesn't care about it anymore. So.
Well, Chloe will probably like it a lot.
Yeah, that's true. You mentioned the iPad. Screen time was something I wrote on there. I was like, my kids are never gonna use screens. Actually, I didn't say that. I did not think that they would be controlling the TV
this young for me.
Yes. We don't do an iPad. I mean, I have like my personal iPad that I have a couple games on for her that she's played like maybe 5 times, but she did get an Amazon Fire tablet for her birthday. And I actually have it right over there. I downloaded there's a Duolingo Kids app.
Oh, fun.
And she's doing so good. It like has them trace letters. Aww. And so it's a really good like pre-reading game. So that I think is okay. Yeah. But I mean, Lainey literally, Adam hates that she just wants to watch whatever she wants on TV, but like I actually enjoy her movies. Yeah. So like I'm a little bit more of a pushover with it because I'm like, I wouldn't mind watching Trolls again. Yeah.
I'm the same way. You want to watch Bluey?
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Well, Bluey's really like actually for us.
Monsters Inc. right now.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So good.
I kind of was anti screen time. Like I didn't ever want
until 4 months.
Until 4 months, yeah, pretty much. No, I think I'm exaggerating when I say 4 months. It was more like 8.
I mean, girl probably wasn't even holding her head up yet.
Yeah, she was really bad in the car, so we had to do something. But
didn't sleep, bad in the car, and she's lucky you didn't return her.
I know, I tried to. No. We never bought her own iPad. I just had an old iPad, and it just naturally became her iPad.
Oh, yeah.
And we just do YouTube Kids, and she can just like scroll through and like watch whatever she wants. And
gotcha.
She's learned from a very young age how that thing works. But yeah, I would say about 1 we gave her the iPad just to kind of like if we needed to get something done, or if we're sitting at the table and she's like not eating or throwing a fit or something. Like,
I guess you did that, and we had Hey Bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Mickey Mouse Clubhouse we would put on.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, that was but we would put like Miss Rachel on it and stuff, so at least we did Miss Rachel a lot too. But it's not great.
Yeah. No, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're sitting here with our heads in our phones 90% of the time anyways.
That's what I always that's what I always say. I'm like, we're on our phones scrolling through things. That's exactly what she's doing. Yeah. Like, it's our way of decompressing. It's her way. I know like our brains are fully developed and it's different, but
I think there's a lot of adults out there whose brains aren't fully developed.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
What else did you have on yours?
Oh, well, speaking of screen time, I remember hearing or maybe even watching a little bit of CoComelon before having Millie, and I was like, she will never watch CoComelon. This show is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, and she loves CoComelon.
That is actually where I draw the line. We will not.
CoComelon.
We will not. But she has like CoComelon toys, and the songs will come on the radio every once in a while, but like the show, I can't. Yeah. I can't do it.
It's pretty awful.
No.
It's
better than Caillou.
Okay, I've heard that.
Awful. It's just everyone the kid on the show is a brat. Like he's just, it's just
teaching them like bad behavior.
Yes, it's really bad.
Yeah, at least CoComelon's like very, very nice and educational.
Yeah,
and the kids are like just angels.
I saw.
Yes, yes, yes. I want to wash my hands.
Wine, wine, time to drink your wine. Yes, yes, yes. I want to drink my wine.
That's gonna be the title of this episode.
I need to shout out whatever TikToker I saw post that, but I cannot remember for the life of me.
That is so funny. I love that so much.
So this will be an interesting one for us to talk about. So this is a little bit of both for me. I said when I was pregnant with Lainey, I was like, I will never breastfeed. Like, I did not want to give it a second thought. It was just not for me. Like, I didn't want anything to do with it. I had a very, very demanding, stressful job at the time, and I knew I wasn't getting any time off. And the thought, it just like gave me so much anxiety. And I was like, that's like one thing that I'm not ready for.
Yeah.
And then I was in a totally different mentality with Chloe.
Yeah.
I was just like in a much healthier place in my life, just like mentally. And I wanted to at least try it. And it was so hard. I'm really glad I did it, but it's so hard. I feel like I have much more appreciation for like what people go through.
Totally.
Yeah.
See, I was on the opposite side. I said, I will never do formula. And I'll never not breastfeed.
Oh,
and
my
then,
goodness.
I mean, I breastfed for, I forget how many months, like 6 months or whatever. But then I went to formula. You just have to do what's
And you
best
said
for
that
you.
was like the best thing you did for yourself.
Best decision I ever made. Yeah.
Um,
I never thought I would change her diaper in the back of a car.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Done that 100 times. So
I've actually changed her on my lap in the car. Not like while it's moving, obviously, but like
no. Yeah, we've gone places, and I'm like, there's no good place to go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it here. This is
on the floor of the car for sure.
Embarrassing. Yeah, pretty much. We were at like a little park, like downtown area, and there's like a big like stage, and she was having so much fun playing with these other kids on stage, like running back and forth, and like the closest bathroom was like really far away, so I just like took her behind the little stage.
I mean, you know how many times we literally you know how many times we literally like pulled over at the side when we were at Disney, and I just changed them in their stroller, like
that's
not them,
good to know.
Chloe. Yeah,
good to know.
I just would like lay the stroller down and like put her facing me like up against the wall, and I would change her.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I was like, I don't feel like finding where the bathroom is, and there's always a line.
Yeah, and it's like if you don't have to go, and also like changing tables are kind of gross.
Yeah. Although I will say, and on the topic of Disney, off topic, but they do have a lot of like designated changing areas that have like attendants in them. Like they're very nice.
Love that for me.
Yes.
Great. I would expect nothing less from Disney. As far as like clothes go, I probably would have said I will never let her go out in public in her pajamas, especially if she wore them the night before. She's gone to school in a shirt that she slept in.
That's so funny.
At least 3 times.
That is probably something I won't do. Unless it's pajama day. I don't know why.
I rolled her out of bed in her pajamas.
I would literally never judge somebody for doing that, but it's just I think they just have so many clothes though too, especially Chloe. And like if you don't wear something different sometimes twice a day, you're not going to get through all these outfits. Like it's just not going to work.
Well, that's funny.
One thing I wrote down is I thought I would never like yell or raise my voice at my children ever. Like who does that? Me, I do.
Yeah.
By yell, I mean literally like raising my voice. And sometimes I think it's unavoidable. You know, I'm in here in the kitchen and she's standing on the table in there. I'm like, listen.
We're also human. Like,
I'm here to save your life.
Yeah.
Also, you're getting on my last nerve.
If she's about to like plunge down the stairs.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to yell.
Yeah. Or, oh my gosh, the new mom, mommy, mom, mom, mommy, mom, mommy, 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 mom, mom, mom. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Yep. I never thought I would lay in her crib with her. But that happened a lot. No longer.
Do you have a picture of this on your monitor?
I probably do.
Because I'm going to need you to post that immediately.
I'm pretty sure Matt has taken a few photos of me.
Amazing.
I'll dig them up and post them
so
for you.
much. I said that I would never create a power struggle threat ever. Meaning like... if you don't stay in your bed, I'm going to take all of your stuffed animals Or if you don't stay in your bed, I'm taking your nightlight.
Yeah.
Or if you don't use your potty, I'm giving it to Chloe. Or
Yeah.
like it's
you have
so,
to do what you have to do.
especially when it works. Like
I know.
it's so hard.
It's like threatening.
Yeah.
But that's kind of similar to bribery, which I do.
I have that on my list too.
So much bribing.
I wrote bribery. Please, for the love of God, just listen.
Yes. Literally. I think I would have been very upset with myself. My pre-pregnancy Brittany would be mad at this Brittany for sometimes I just let her get her pacifier off the floor and put it right back in her mouth.
Oh, well.
And
It's
sometimes
whatever.
it's in public.
They literally lick the floor, and
Yeah.
it's
Her
fine.
immunity's going to be great.
Totally. Exactly. You're just building a strong immune system.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I said that I would never overbuy. Like, I would never...
I knew
I
was
would
going to do that.
I would never take my child into the store and leave with something for them every single time. And it's funny because I literally never buy for myself. But meanwhile, these kids are literally consuming our house.
Yes. So funny.
If you can't tell by looking around.
Well, it looks like my house. It's so funny because I'm in the process of packing for our vacation, and I'm so excited to pack for her. And I got her little outfits and her matching sets, and I'm like so excited. And it's so fun packing for her. And then I go to my closet, and I'm like, bleh.
Ugh, biker
Like,
shorts and t-shirts it is.
That's all I packed. That's all I packed was biker
That's all
shorts.
you need.
Literally what I'm wearing here today. Yeah.
I got some like fun Disney themed t-shirts from Target, but like whatever.
Oh yeah, I got the one that looks like the Eras, Taylor Swift Eras poster, but it's Disney princesses.
Oh, that was pre-Eras. Oh no, it wasn't pre. I'm acting like I went like 7 years ago. I literally went this year. I did not see that one.
You can borrow it next time.
I said that there was no chance I would ever let them leave a room untidy, like not cleaned up.
Yes.
So we were really good at this for a while. And this is honestly on us. We just got lazy. But Lainey always knew, like it was to the point where we were so repetitive with it that she knew she could not get something else out or like go upstairs for the night if her playroom wasn't cleaned up.
Oh my gosh.
Like we would say, okay, it's bedtime. And she would literally start cleaning up. And then I don't know what happened. I think it was just like we were in
another baby.
No, this was before that.
Oh, okay.
I think we just got into probably like a sleep regression or something, and it just like got really hard, and we just no longer cared.
That's impressive that she did it for a while though.
She did, and it made me think of it literally tonight because she was going to go upstairs and it was a mess. I'm like, you're not going upstairs until you clean up, and she did. She did, but
Millie will stare at me and be like, "Ha, good one, lady."
She's like, do you know who's actually in charge here?
Yeah. I never thought that I would be this much of a helicopter mom. Like I knew I just like I've always considered myself like a pretty chill person, and I thought I would be the same way as a mom, but I'm not chill, guys.
Oh yeah, I knew I wasn't
Yeah.
not. Nothing is chill about me.
Like it's killing me not to like look at the monitor right now and see like if she's in bed yet. Which she probably is not.
I wrote down I never thought I would lie to my kids.
Yes.
Like lie as in, ooh, we can't go to the playground, it's closed.
Like a white lie.
Yeah, it's closed.
Oh, I say it's closed all the time.
We can't play with that toy, it's broken.
Yes. I saw this thing where it was like, I keep getting spicy milkshake. It's the weirdest thing.
Or I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry we can't have Lucky Charms today. They're all gone.
Yep.
Something like you can't. There's only so many days in a row that you can eat Lucky Charms in the morning.
Yeah.
And then instead she has like a chocolate chip waffle. Don't think that I'm substituting it for anything better. But
And it's half frozen, half not.
it's probably molded by now.
It's got radon all over it. Scrape the radon off.
I'll just run it under the sink. Maybe the toaster gets it, you know?
Oh, there you go. One interesting thing that I didn't even know that I was doing or going to do is I never really thought I'd have a kid with a nickname that like goes by the nickname full time.
I feel like a lot of people go into it like with
not
that.
us. No, we did not pick Millie.
So
as, like,
funny.
We picked Amelia. Like we loved the name Amelia, and that was gonna be
Did
her
you
name.
start calling her Millie or did someone else?
I started calling her Millie in the hospital.
It's so funny.
And they wrote down like Amelia, Millie, on the little board, and I just loved it ever since. And then like the nicknames started flowing. Like we had a little dinosaur hat for her, so she was Millisaurus Rex.
Oh my God.
And a Millie, so it just like it stuck.
That's amazing.
From the get-go. So Aww. She'll still answer to Amelia, I think, because
you're gonna have to test it out tomorrow.
Yeah, her daycare and stuff call her that, but actually they call her Millie too. So
that's so funny.
Yeah, I never really like. It was never like an intentional thing of me to be like, I'm going to name her this, but she's going to be called this. That just happened.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I have, I now have the things that I still haven't caved on. Do you have anything?
I don't, but I feel like I'll have similar ones too.
So,
I know one. Co-sleeping.
That's literally the first thing I wrote down. Yeah. I was like, I would never, ever, like, it just, I'm no judgment, like, whatever.
No.
I don't think it's safe, but it personally freaks me out.
Sleep because
I don't think I'd ever fall asleep.
She slept with me one time, and I thought I was gonna like roll over on her, or if she was gonna roll off the bed. Yeah. I just like, for me, it's like a peace of mind thing.
Mm-hmm. And I said I've done contact naps like on accident, but I've always put them down in their beds once they fall asleep. I don't consider
contact naps co-sleeping.
Well, I mean,
unless you're in your bed, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, contact naps are the best.
I know. I was so like psycho about it. Only because I didn't want to fall into that, like, that's the only way that they're going to sleep situation.
Fair.
But we also, so we've been doing, if Lainey goes the entire week at school without any accidents now, she gets like a bigger, like something really fun to do. Ooh. So last week she did it. And we said that she could have a movie night with us in our bed. Ooh. So guess what movie we watched?
Frozen.
Trolls.
Oh, yeah. Trolls.
She's obsessed with Poppy. Right. So, and I was like, okay, I was so tired. That was the Friday of
oh gosh
everything. I went to this event at like 3 a.m. Yes, I was a hot mess. And I thought for sure she would fall asleep. And not even a little bit, like just like a crazy toddler just bouncing off the wall. So I don't think she would. Asleep? No. Well, maybe.
I've definitely.
But then I wake up to Lainey saying, "Mommy, you sleeping?" Like, no.
If Matt's also around, I have definitely dozed off like while we're all watching something.
Yeah.
We don't do that in our bed, but like I've definitely been on the couch.
Like, something else that I have not caved on. Is store-bought baby food. I loved making homemade baby food.
And I never bought jarred baby food?
Nope. I did it with both girls, and I don't have anything against it. We did have to buy store-bought when we went to Disney, just because Chloe was still on baby food then, and that I'm like, I'm not bringing my freaking baby food machine to make it there. But yeah, like nothing. I just loved the process, and I think you save like a tiny bit of money doing it that way, but
it's expensive.
Yeah,
I mean they definitely.
I mean, I don't think they're outrageous, but I think it's marginal what you save.
You can buy a bag of frozen peas for like $1.
Yeah, but it only makes a few jars. I think it probably makes less than you're imagining.
Oh. Okay.
After it's like all smushed down and everything.
I had the baby NutriBullet. My sister-in-law.
I had that with Lainey.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
I only made a few things though, and like she never ate what I made.
Oh,
as
no.
much as she ate the store-bought stuff, so I was like, this isn't worth it for me.
I just like, I don't know. It was like, I just loved doing it. I don't know, it made me happy.
Oh. No one can take that away from me.
And the last thing I put that I haven't caved on almost is being the last one at pickup at daycare. It's just like I've come close, and it makes my heart so sad when you can tell that they're like looking at the door. Like Lainey's already such an anxious kid. I'm like, I could picture her like literally sobbing if, there was a couple times or Adam was doing pickup and he hit some like huge construction site, and they actually had to bring them up front because like nobody was left. And he was like, she was fine, but she was kind of like, what's going on here? But yeah, it's just like, and I know like there's some parents like you don't have a way around it with your work schedule and whatever your daycare schedule is too. But yeah, it was just something that I was like, ugh. Yeah. So,
yeah. All right. So next week's episode, we're going to talk about discipline.
Oh.
And like dealing with toddler. I'm trying to say toddler temper tantrums.
Got it.
But yeah, all things.
It's a lot of alliteration there.
And toddler temper tantrums.
That's a tough topic.
It's a really tough topic, and this is one that people have asked us to cover. So
yes, that is a true statement. Sharing and temper tantrums.
We talk about it. We actually talked about it a lot today. Like when you said you make her rephrase.
Yes.
Things. See that I learned something today from you.
I'll bring my early childhood education.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I still use the eyes. Look at my eyes. Like that works really well for us. So
try it with your husband and see how they.
Really good things here. Me, lollipops. No, just kidding.
Rewards.
It's not all lollipops and rainbows at my house. Just sometimes.
That's definitely not in my house.
Where are you going? No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, thank you.
Week.
Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on socials. We're on Instagram. We have a Facebook group, and you can listen to us on Spotify or wherever you find your podcasts. Yes. Have a great week.
All right. Bye, Mom Bestie.
Bye.